Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum. Last episode we finished going through a fort of Nephilim that were causing problems. Fortunately we managed to completely clear it out and get a necklace back for someone in Formello. I think they're probably happy about that. Now, I think maybe we'll head to the north to see about this dragon named Mortax. Why not? He's been said to be nice, so we'll see what we can do. Plus, we have a quest for him, I believe. Let's see. It was no, that's the Slith one. That's the Slith one. That's not it. That's not it. There it is. Scroll describing one of 5 priests here. Okay, from Claudette and Formello. We can do that. So, onwards. You encounter a group of Avernum soldiers patrolling these caverns for dangerous intruders. They nod at you brusquely and move quickly by. They aren't the least bit interested in talking with you. Alright, fair enough. No idea what's around this path here. Oh, that actually goes out the east. Fort Draco, 30 miles west, Cave of Mortax east. Ah, so we actually have to go east to get to him. Could that be the Cave of Mortax? Let's find out. There's someone. Ancient crypt. I'm guessing no. A middle-aged man with a scratchy beard and battered armor sits by the fire warming himself. He has a holy symbol and a dented mace. What are you guys doing in here? He grunts. I and young me are adventurers. We're trying to get into the crypt. Greetings, fellow adventurer. Why do you travel on the paths of danger? Well, I have to do something. I wouldn't like this on the surface. I was a monk and a sage, but then I did something which angered my superiors. What were your superiors like? Positively awful men. Never understood the need for perfect grammar on the scrolls. The records were for posterity. Is it too much to ask that some effort be spent making them correct? He frowns. It would seem so. It was too much trouble for them. I criticized their handling of the scrolls one too many times, and here I am. Interesting voice I ended up giving him, but okay. Are you sure this is a crypt? That definitely what it is. I can sense the torment of the souls beyond. We hope to liberate them from their unholy bondage and pick up a treasure or two in the bargain. Do you know how to open the door? I haven't a clue. We've been here for some time trying to solve this dreadful quandary. You meet a small woman with close-cropped hair. She seems to be mixing up some poison. Hi there, what are you making? Something nasty. I'm getting ready to enter the crypt. It'll be a tough haul, nasty and dangerous. But better than the alternative. Can the alternative really be worse? Well, yes, I could be on the surface. I went into Avernum voluntarily. I may be the only one. No, you're the second. Let's just say there was a marriage I wasn't interested in being a part of. She looks at the substance she's grinding carefully. Then she smiles. It's hard to get quality ingredients. What sort of ingredients do you use? I've had the best luck with the poison glands of asps. Asps are hard to find, but their fangs make powerful poison if you can find a recipe. I'd teach you mine, but, well, I don't want to. Sorry. She smiles winningly. Still, there are better things. What I could really use are some good arrows. What sort of arrows? Arrows of light and arrows of life would be really useful in here. The first slays demons, the latter slays undead. Both are rare as hell. Oh well, have to do things the old-fashioned way. Arrows of light and arrows of life. Interesting. Tell me about the crypt. The main problem now is figuring out how to get in. Spells and lockpicks haven't worked on the door yet, but we'll keep on it. There must be some way to open the door. There's a huge door in the middle of this wall. The door is a flat, featureless, rectangular slab of stone. There is no handle or latch and no markings indicating who built this structure. You try briefly to get the door open, but you don't have any luck. It's too heavy for you to force it, and there's no way to open it. Well, let's see if there might potentially be a side entrance here. A secret entrance. Maybe. Yes. No. Okay. I guess maybe we'll try coming back sometime in the future. I just want to take a look at this, which is probably... Yep, it's dead end with nothing. Alright. Let's take a look around, see what we can find. Yeah, if you step next to someone like that, if you're right next to them, it immediately stops you. Every time. Kind of annoying if you're trying to go a long distance. You enter this remote cavern and are enveloped in thick clouds of steam. It's hard to see in here, but you manage to make out several natural hot springs. You check the water. It's actually a comfortable temperature. A long hot soak later, you are fully clean and refreshed. These springs are wonderful. Some enterprising Avernite should open a spa here. Really now? Gary and Silvar. Yes, there we go. I think we can run back quickly to tell him. I'll just take a quick look here. Let's see. Oh, what's this? Cave of Mortax, 1 mile south. Polite guests only, please. Ah, that must be it. Cave of Mortax. Polite guests only, please. Oh, there we go. We found his cave. Excellent. I'm just going to run back to Silvar quickly. I will cut it while I do so. Or I'll fight some giant spiders first. That works too. Giant spiders works too. Okay. Ooh. I could hit 3. Alright. And there we go. Okay. Now I will cut it while I go back to Silvar. Alright. I believe it's this guy in here. Hey, I found a hot spring, Gary. Excellent! Thank you for your help. In return for your services, here's 100 gold. He pays you and treats you to a round of mushroom beer as well. Hopefully one day I will have a resort there, providing expensive services to all Avernites. Excellent. And get rid of that. Excellent. Alright, now I'll run back north after I kill these Nephil and Ogre. That's unexpected. Wait for them to come closer. There you go. And now, bam, 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 bam. Aha! Ooh, and a level up for someone. Nice. Aha! Alright then. I didn't notice you leveled up though, but it's no big deal. Ooh, actually there's actually something we can take. Let's see here. Haste potion, and I saw bronze greatsword. That is valuable. Nothing else we need, though. Okay, now, back we go. Alright, we made it back, but before we go see Mortax, let's take a look in the east side of this place. Just a little bit. It's no big deal. I'm sure we'll be fine. Looks like there might be something hidden here. I'm gonna see if there's an entrance somewhere. Yes, this is how you check for secret doors. You see an area that looks like it might have something secret in it, and then you just slam your face against the wall. Aha! You enter a dusty, secluded cavern and are greeted by the rank smell of giant lizards. These aren't the declawed, fanged variety you find in town. These are very wild and very dangerous. They're all over the cavern ahead of you. Fortunately, they don't detect where you're standing. You could escape if you wanted. I think we will attack them. Let me just save first. Alright, let's see if we can take out these guys. Wait. Oh. Ah, come on! Really? Come on. Alright. That is a lot of spiders. Okay, again. There we go. Alright. Attack! 11! Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is going to be very rough. Actually, let's try her special ability. Summon Beast. A Nephil counts as a beast? Okay. Hey, one of them died. Jeez, that's a lot. Haha! Another level up. And a couple more died. I guess summoning the Nephil was not necessary. This is surprisingly easy. Huh. Alright. This huge cave was once a mine of some sort. Ruined equipment is scattered about. You search the mine for anything useful and find a small dusty green stone in the rubble. An emerald. Ooh. Again, a small dusty green stone in the rubble. And another small dusty green stone in the rubble. We got emeralds. I think those are probably very valuable. Yep, it's worth 600 coins. Excellent. Those are gonna be sold. Let's see. Nothing over here. Oh, actually, nothing in there or in there. Tiny scraps of armor and bits of metal provide evidence that there was once a heavy battle here. The cave has an eerie feeling to it. You feel like you aren't alone in here, like someone is watching you. Alright, let's take a step inside. You find a large heap of refuse left over from the battle. You pick through the scraps and rusty metal, but everything has been scattered and heavily picked through. You find nothing of value. Of course, this is a large cavern. There may be something useful here, and you just don't know where to find it. Probably the end part of a quest, I'm guessing. Alright, let's head back, because there's a bit to the north that we want to take a look at. Then we'll go see Mortax. No, we can avoid a battle. Come on. And up here. Oh, that's just a bunch of guards, and that's a bunch of bats, which we don't need to fight. Oh! This passage starts sloping upwards sharply. You keep climbing, starting to get hopeful. You slowly start to believe that you may have found a way out. The passage ends in a cave-in 2 miles up. Countless tons of rock block the exit. Burns on the ceiling make it clear this was the work of humans, not nature. The Empire sealed off this passage. Your search must continue. Well, so much for finding an escape route. I guess we should expect that. I mean, would it really be that easy? Probably not. Yeah. And this is the Cave of Mortax. The Cave of Mortax. Report to barracks before entering. Do not unnecessarily disturb the dragon. Alright then. Alright, let's see here. Guest quarters. Well, let's take a look around the outside first. Well, after I cast a light spell so we can see. Nothing there. And nothing there. That's the guard quarters. And this is the barracks. Well, let's take a look in the... You walk back to the sign you just passed and look at it again. Your eyes didn't deceive you. It said that what you thought it did. A dragon lives here. A dragon named Mortax. Before you came to Avernum, you didn't think any dragons still existed in the world. The Empire tried hard to slaughter them all, just like they wiped out every other magical creature on the surface. Everything from gremlins to griffins. When you realized that dragons still existed, though, you had a strange feeling. A mixture of fear and elation. True, dragons could be sinister, deadly, avaricious creatures, seldom to be trusted. Yet you could not help feel that the world was poorer without them. Well, let's take a look in here. You see a tall, thin man with a long beard. He is old and frail, but you can feel great power coming from him. What occupies your time here? I grow old, and I learn from the dragon. Do you know the dragon well? We understand each other. Although when he had reached my age, he was still but an infant. I still find that we think surprisingly alike, and one day he will mourn me. Will he really mourn your passing? He nods solemnly. Yes, it gives my spirit great comfort to know it will be mourned by something so ancient. Do you know anything about a magical flying sphere? Sphere? Oh, you must mean Thralney's orb. It was brought down here by the first visitors long ago. Years I spent trying to find it, knowing the gift of flight might help me escape, but I never did, and eventually gave up. I never could find it. I did find out that Thralney met his end while navigating the water maze. Tell me about this maze. It's a bizarre mess of waterfalls to the west of the Slipsarakai lands. Very dangerous and difficult to explore. I read an account that he went in, hoping to use the orb to save himself from disaster, and never came out again. To get there, take a boat to Fort Dranlin and sail west. Then keep sailing west, far past the Slith fortresses. Well, we'll keep this in mind. It's not a quest, but we now know of it. Alright. Oh, she came out of nowhere. Must be a secret entrance. You meet a woman in long, sparkling robes. Her robes are made of the normal, rough Avernum cloth, but silver threads woven through it make the garment glitter in the dim light of Avernum. She displays a constant smile and seemingly boundless energy. Have you been in these caves long? I have been here for a year now, conversing with, teaching, and learning from Mortax. What do you know of Mortax? He is the ancient dragon of the cave. He knows so much of all the Avernum tunnels and of the races in them. Are you researching the tunnels for a reason? I hope one day to plumb into his memory and find knowledge of a tunnel to the surface world. Then I can escape this hard pit. She looks at you slyly. And maybe take the captain with me. Which captain? She grins very broadly. Ko's the captain here. If I left, I'd have to take him with. He's good to have around. Okay then. Aha! There was. And we can take things from here because nobody sees anything. Alright. Let's see. Historical scroll. I think we can leave that actually. Same thing there. Same thing there. And same thing up there. Huh. You know what? I just want to take a look at one of these historical scrolls. Cassiel, if you don't mind, what does it say? You read the scroll. It described a bit of obscure history of the early years of Avernum. Alas, it is neither interesting nor useful. Well, very well. Thank you for coming out of that, hidden room. I never would have found it otherwise. Sandals and a shirt. Okay, nothing in this locked room. Again, interesting. A locked room, another locked room, and there's nothing in it of use. Okay, there's coins in this one, but still. I like the way they do this. I like how you can encounter rooms that are completely locked and have no purpose to you, and nothing of value in them. It's more or less a waste of time, and yet it makes sense that they'd be locked, because who would really go running into random places like this? Hello. Looks like I found their, let's see, first aid kit. I think we have enough. How many do we actually have? We have 6 first aid kits and 1 fine first aid kit. We're good. Actually, how much food do we have? Lizard haunch, mushrooms, bread, 7 pieces of dried meat. We got plenty of food. We're good. Nothing in that barrel. Nothing of use in there. Silver coins and healing herbs. Nice. And trash. Alright then. I wonder if there's a hidden room back there, actually. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, but you never know. There could be a hidden room somewhere in here. Which there apparently is not. Okay then. Never mind. Stop doing that. There we go. That leads up there. And that must be the captain. You see a skinny man in nice steel armor walking around taking care of the business of the fort. He's almost manic. He can't seem to slow down. Oh, we met someone named Marion. She seemed quite fond of you. Saying this sets off a very impressive display. First he stutters, then he splutters, then he twitches a bit while turning red and struggling to talk. Finally, with great effort, he manages to say, "Oh, yes, and I of her." Is this where I need to report before entering further? Yep, I greet visitors to the cave. I also guard things I need to be guarding. Do you like all this guarding? He straightens up. It's a dull job. With Mortax around, only a fool would cause trouble. I mainly greet people and take care of my cats. You have cats here? Where are they? Sure, they go with me wherever I'm stationed. Delta and Epsilon are their names. They should be in the cave. Mortax loves them. Delta and Epsilon? Aren't those strange names? I got them from Mortax. I heard him mumbling something about something, and it involved a lot of weird letters and the words Delta and Epsilon, and I liked them. So I named my cats after it. Makes sense, huh? Yeah, it does a bit, I suppose. Plus, I find it amusing how, the dragon likes cats. I don't know, it amuses me. I am a visitor. He goes into his prepared speech, quivering with happiness. All visitors are welcome to the Cave of Mortax to greet the Ancient One to teach and learn. The rules are simply stay on the rock path and behave. Why should we stay on the path? When visiting Mortax, go north through the main cave. He'll be in the second cave in. He throws trash into the tunnels to the west and lives in the tunnels to the east. I recommend against going into his home. He probably wouldn't like it. And he has some nasty fire lizard pets who live off his trash. They're quite nasty. What rock path? Oh, well, we cleaned it up a lot. I guess there's no path there anymore. We'll just only walk between here and the lair of the dragon. Don't take any side passages or you'll end up really regretting it. Remember that. Directly here to the dragon and directly back, or it's not safe. Alright, message received. Let me just take a look at other places in here. In the barracks. That must be the captain's quarters. Well, let's take a quick peek. Pants and a tunic, and nothing we need. Okay. Nothing in there. I know he said no side passages, but that's not really a side passage. And there be the dragon. The floor of this cave has been worn smooth by dragon feet passing over it time after time, for centuries. In the center of the chamber is a stone platform recently erected by humans for the comfort of Mortax. Greetings, O wise and powerful Mortax. You stand before a dragon. He is green with reddish highlights and towers high above you. The dull color of his skin and the cracks in his wings make you guess that he is old. Very, very old. He stares at you with frighteningly wise eyes. What are you? He sighs. A long wisp of flame comes out. I am an ancient dragon, long past my prime. I do not roam the caves and hunt anymore, but instead devote myself to scholarly pursuits and playing with my cats. His voice is rich and deep, and you have to concentrate to keep it from hypnotizing you. You like cats? Yes, quite a lot. Remarkable little creatures. I don't know how I lived without them. Wonder how he feels about dogs. Oh well, he likes cats. I like that. How old are you? 1,000 years I have been alive. I hope for 1,000 more, but they will be quiet years filled with contemplation, not battle. Have you fought many battles? Yes, I have fought numerous battles, with Slith-Zerakai, with humans, and with my brothers. Where are your brothers now? I call the other dragons in these caves my brothers, but don't be mistaken. We are not hatched from like broods, and we are not all males of this species. Are there many other dragons? There are 5 of them living in these caves. Myself, reclusive Athron, cruel Pyrog, wise Koth, and Sulfros, strongest of them all. They are all young compared to me. We are estranged. I prefer not to speak of them. What was this battle with the Slith-Zerakai like? They are my brothers in cold blood, but in no other way. There are many of them who are kind and wise, but the Slith-Zerakai who live nearby are exiles from their race. They are cruel and dangerous.
I remember once they had the gall to attack my home.
He tells the story of the battle, a story of blood and fire, ending in his total victory over the Slips. What major battles were you in? He launches into a rambling tale of a battle between himself and some huge demon, which he calls Hakai. He seems unsure if he's told you this story before. For a moment his eyes lose their sharp focus, and then his memory returns to him. Excuse me. How do you devote yourself to scholarly pursuits down here?
I have humans come here, and I learn of their wastes and of the land above ground. I would like to visit. Alas, your leaders would no doubt cast me below again at best. I like you humans, despite our first meeting.
What happened at the first meeting?
I met some of those in the first visitation.
What is this first visitation? His head rears back in surprise.
You haven't learned of the visitation yet? When those above in the Empire found these caves, they sent a large force below, led by a small group of powerful adventurers, bearing much powerful magic. The sorry band hoped to subdue those of us in the underworld. They were arrogant, they were stupid, and they were slaughtered.
How were they slaughtered?
In many different ways. A group of them came here, fleeing a band of Slips. They dared to demand that I help them. I refused. They attacked. I slew them and cast aside their paltry treasures. Another band came, humbly this time asking for sanctuary. I refused them, though they offered a bribe.
What happened to their treasure?
My leftovers go to my pets, stupid smaller cousins who live down the tunnel to the west. I recall giving their trinkets to my pets to play with. You know, those trinkets are probably still there, even after all those years. You may take them if you want. Be careful, though. My pets anger easily.
What was the second band's bribe?
A stone key, which they said they found somewhere far to the west. I was so enraged by their attack that I threw them out and their trinket with them. They can't have gotten far before the Slips got them. They went southeast.
You take note of it. I'm guessing it's probably in that cave with all that pile that we found. You know what I'm talking about. We'll have to check there in a bit. Do you know anything about a sphere?
One of the first visitors brought a sphere that allowed flight. His name was Throlny. I've been trying to find out more, but I've had no luck.
I had thought that the Empire killed all the dragons.
I have been down here for centuries, long before the Empire commenced their savage genocide against my kind.
And if I may, O mighty dragon, someone in Formello wants me to find a certain scroll on religious history.
Ah, well, I can see why you would ask me, but I am not half the historian some of you humans think I am. The Dragon Koth far to the west is a collector of magical tomes of all sorts. You should ask him for his help.
Are you sure that you don't have the scroll on clerical history?
Absolutely positive. As I said, you should find the Dragon Koth for that.
Alright, the Dragon Koth. Easy. I think we're probably going to explore to the west. We'll stay out of his quarters, we'll respect him, but we'll take a look to the west. Probably kill his pets. He doesn't seem to care, and get this treasure that was mentioned. Then we'll get the key, see if that might work for the, for that crypt that was found, and then maybe take a trip to the west. But this episode has gone on long enough. We'll do that in the next episode. So, until then, I am Trustbook44. This has been that is Raquel, Marcus, Cassiel, and Jacob. This has been an Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.